Once upon a time, there was a poor man named Zhang Qiang who survived by begging for food each day. Despite his hardship, he followed a strict rule. Whatever food he received during the day, he would always save a small handful and store it in an abandoned barn outside the village. He hoped that one day he would save enough food to stop begging and live a peaceful life. But something strange always happened. No matter how long he saved, the amount of food in the barn never seemed to increase. Confused, Zhang Qiang decided to discover the reason. One evening he quietly hid inside the barn. After some time, a round little mouse came in, climbed onto a beam, and began eating the food he had saved. Zhang Qiang jumped out angrily and shouted, "You thief! Why do you steal my food?" The mouse calmly replied, "You are destined to live a life of poverty wherever you go. Life will be difficult for you. This is your fate. If you do not believe me, go to the Western heaven and ask the Buddha." These words troubled Zhang Qiang deeply. He thought, "I may be poor, but I have never done anything wrong. Why must I beg all my life?" Determined to know the truth, he packed his belongings and began traveling west to find the Buddha. After many days of walking, tired and hungry, he reached a house and knocked on the door, asking for food. An elderly man named Lai Shanren welcomed him kindly and served him warm rice. When he heard about Zhang Qiang's journey, he made a request. "I have a daughter who has been unable to speak since childhood." Li Shanren said sadly, "I promised that whoever could make her speak would marry her. If you meet the Buddha, could you ask when she will speak?" Zhang Qiang agreed and continued his journey. Later, he passed an ancient temple where an old monk offered him water. After hearing Zhang Qiang's story, the monk said, "I have spent my life meditating and reciting scriptures, yet I cannot ascend to heaven. Please ask the Buddha why."
Zhang Qiang promised he would ask. Soon he reached a wide river with no bridge or boat. As he wondered how to cross, a large turtle appeared after hearing about his journey. The turtle sighed and said, "I have practiced for many centuries and should have become a dragon by now, but it has never happened. Please ask the Buddha why."
Zhang Qiang agreed. Once again, the turtle carried him safely across the river. After traveling through mountains, Zhang Qiang finally reached a sacred place and rested by the roadside. Suddenly, the Buddha appeared before him. The Buddha said gently, "You may ask only 3 questions." Zhang Qiang was surprised. He had 4 questions in mind about the turtle, the monk, the girl, and his own fate. But after thinking carefully, he decided to ask about the others first. He asked about the turtle. The Buddha smiled and said the turtle cannot become a dragon because it refuses to let go of its shell, which holds precious jewels. If it abandons the shell, it will transform immediately. Next he asked about the monk. The Buddha replied, "The monk clings to a treasure he cannot give up. The moment he releases it, he will achieve enlightenment." Finally, Zhang Qiang asked when Li Shanren's daughter would speak. The Buddha answered, "When she meets the man destined for her in life, her voice will naturally return." After saying this, the Buddha disappeared in a flash of golden light. Only then did Zhang Qiang realize he had not asked about his own fate, but he accepted his decision. On the way back, he first returned to the river and told the turtle the Buddha's answer. The turtle immediately removed its shell and gave the jewels inside to Zhang Qiang in gratitude. As soon as it let go of the shell, it rose into the sky and became a golden dragon. Next, Zhang Qiang returned to the temple and told the monk the Buddha's message. The monk instantly gave up his treasured possession and handed it to Zhang Qiang. The moment he released his attachment, he achieved enlightenment. Finally, Zhang Qiang returned to Li Shanren's house. As he entered the yard, the daughter saw him and suddenly spoke, calling for her father. Li Shanren rushed out, overwhelmed with joy as he heard his daughter's voice for the first time. Remembering Hesperonymus, he happily arranged the marriage between his daughter and Zhang Qiang. From that day on, Zhang Qiang never had to beg again. He lived peacefully with his kind wife. People in the village later said that Zhang Qiang's good fortune did not come by chance. It came because he chose to help others before thinking about himself. Sometimes, when a person sincerely helps others, life quietly rewards them with blessings far greater than they expected.